A paralyzed woman is in the room while her boyfriend is cheating on her with another woman. The mistress then says she would leave, but the man tells her to stay. He says they still had to shower together. The lover then tells them to get out of there as she was uncomfortable looking at his girlfriend. He then tells her to sit down and pushes his girlfriend aside. He then asks if it was better that way, but she says that wasn't the point. She was uncomfortable knowing his girlfriend was there. He then tells her to take it easy and that she wouldn't even move. He then puts a cloth over his girlfriend and asks if now the lover was comfortable. She says that when they move in together, the woman won't go with them. He says that he had to marry her first and that after that he could have all the woman's money so they could have a good life. She then agrees, stands up and asks the woman to hold her cell phone. Later, the man then says that he missed his lover and that she was wonderful. She then tells the woman that she should enjoy the amazing man she had more, but then she says that she couldn't stand him. At that moment someone knocks on the door and the man says it was his wife's friend. The lover asks what they were going to do and he says that she was supposed to go get dressed and that he was going to receive his friend. He then goes to the door and tells his friend how good it was to see her again. The friend then asks if the woman was, as she hasn't seen her friend in a long time. The man that the woman was, but that she was sleeping. He then says that if she wanted to go there afterwards, she could talk to the woman. The friend then asks who the woman was there. He says that she was a nurse he had hired, as his wife was very sick and he had a lot of work to do, so he hired someone to help him. The friend then says that since the woman was awake, she would stay by her side for a while. The man then says that she could come in and talk to the woman. The man then tells his lover that she had better go. She then says goodbye and leaves. Sometime later, a woman was talking to the man and she says she didn't know his girlfriend had a sister. The mistress then says that she and her sister were very close before the accident. She says she was very lucky that even after the accident, the man continued to take care of her sister. She then says that it was very difficult to see her sister like that, because she was a very cheerful and lively person, but now she lives in that wheelchair. The man then says that the woman was a wonderful person and he loved her very much. The other woman then says that everything was fine with the documents and he just needed to sign them so they can be validated on the day of the ceremony. The man then says that that was good news and signs the paper. The other woman then takes the paper and says they would see them now on the day of the ceremony. The man then thanks her and says he couldn't wait to spend the rest of his life with the woman. The lover then says that she couldn't stand being next to the woman anymore, she wouldn't be able to fake a smile around her anymore. She tells the man to give her a bath as she smells really bad. The man then tells her to stay calm and that soon she won't be a problem anymore. She says she couldn't wait any longer for the man to get rid of her. The lover then takes a glass and says that in the meantime, she would give the woman a bath and throws the glass of water at her. The man then laughs and says the mistress was amazing. The two then leave together. Sometime later, someone knocks on the door while the two are making out. He then tells the mistress to hide while he goes to answer the door. He then opens the door and says he is surprised that his friend has already returned. He then asks if she was able to buy the woman's dress and she says yes. She then says that the dress was beautiful, but that he couldn't see it, as that would bring him bad luck. She then says that on the wedding day she would come to fix the woman up, but the man says that she needn't worry as he won't look at the dress and that he would be very lucky marrying her. The friend then says that the woman would make the most beautiful bride and the man says that she wouldn't doubt it as she was a wonderful woman. The friend then says that she needed to leave and that the man was supposed to take good care of her. The man then takes the woman into the house. The lover then arrives and that it was time for him to return. She sees the dress her friend bought and says it was a very nice dress, but that dress would look much better on her and asks what the man thought about it. He says that she would look beautiful in that dress, but that when he marries her, he will buy her a much nicer dress. The lover then says that it was a waste for the woman to wear such a beautiful dress. The man then says that it wasn't for her to think about it. Sometime later, the mistress complains about the man leaving her alone. She then asks if the woman couldn't speak and if she didn't like her. She says she was bored just sitting there doing nothing. She tells the woman to do something to entertain her, but the woman doesn't move. The mistress then laughs and tells the woman not to be upset with her and that she really wanted to be her friend. She then says that she had loved the woman's dress and that she was going to wear it so she could see how much better it would look on her. She then puts the dress on and tells the woman that it would be a shame if anything happened to the dress. At that moment, the man arrives and sees the woman dressed in the woman's dress. He asks what she was doing with him and she says that she was very bored, because the woman didn't talk to her. It seemed that the woman didn't like her. She then decided to wear the dress to see how it would look on her. The man then asks if she was jealous of the woman or if she was just jealous of her. He says it wasn't for her to do that, because it crossed the line. The lover then tells him to stop with that and take the opportunity to show the woman what people do on their honeymoon. On the wedding day, the friend says that the woman looked beautiful and that it would be the best day of her life. The man arrives and asks why they are so late. The friend then says that he couldn't see the bride before the hour, but he says that they should hurry. At the ceremony, the other woman asks if anyone there had anything against that marriage. She then tells the man to sign the papers and that the woman's sister should also sign the papers on her behalf. At that moment, the woman gets up from the wheelchair and this leaves the man very surprised, because she was able to walk. Everyone is shocked. The woman then starts yelling at the man and tells him that she wasn't the love of his life. She says that she was seeing everything he was doing with his mistress. She says that he had put that woman inside his house and that she couldn't believe he had done that. The man then says that she was imagining things and that she wasn't well. The woman says she wasn't imagining things. She says that when she had her accident and was weakened in the wheelchair and when she got better, she decided to see how far he would go. The man then tells the woman to take it easy and that he loved her. He then says that the lover had seduced him, but the woman tells him to stop lying, as she had seen everything that happened. The mistress then says that it wasn't her fault and that when he was planning to steal the woman's money, it wasn't her fault either. She then tries to leave, but her friend stops her. She says that the mistress would not go anywhere until she paid off everything that she did for her friend. The woman then says that the man would pay for everything he did and that he never loved her, because he just wanted her money. She then calls for the police and says to arrest both of them. The woman then gets desperate and says she wouldn't be arrested, but a policeman appears and arrests her. She says she didn't want to go. Another policeman arrests the man and he tells the woman to forgive him because he loved her.